Hi guys, nice to meet all of you. I'm Lunactic Ice and I decided to make this the first video that I post on my channel. This is going to be just kind of watching me experiment with digital art, as I've actually never done digital art before. Well, I have, but it was with a mouse. This I at least have a tablet, so, it works out. But also, well, watching me experiment and probably make all digital artists cringe, because I don't think any of this is proper digital art technique, I decided to pull up some questions and answer them to kind of help me put some information out there so you guys can get to know me a little better. As you can, just to start off, you can see in the beginning of this, I do a lot of very scribbly first work, but I also tried experimenting with something that didn't work, and it might have if I had a better laptop, but trying to do that just made the entire thing lag, and it wasn't worth it. But see, look at all these scribbles. So I'm just gonna point at a random thing on my little list of questions here. Oh, what would you or have you named your children? Well, I don't have any children, and that's probably a good thing. Not because, I mean, maybe someday I'd want children, I'd probably adopt, but I'm too young right now. That's not happening anytime soon. However, what would I? I don't really know. It would depend on where I'm at in life and who I'm with, because obviously if I'm adopting a kid and I can do that single, that's a different story. But if I'm with a partner, even if I adopt, well then again, if you adopt the kid, unless you do one of the things where another person doesn't want their child and so, or doesn't think they can support it, and like when they give birth to it, they give it to you, you can't really choose the name. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever have a chance to name my kids. However, my boyfriend and I, pretty much since we got together, have been doing a bit of, how do I put this? We get stuffed animals, and we name them, and we call them our children, and the first one that we ever got that we consider both of ours was our very first date. He took me to the zoo, and they had a Build-A-Bear, and within that Build-A-Bear we saw a painted dog who was the cutest thing, and it became what I called our date child. At first he seemed really against the idea. Like when I first recommended it, I was like, we should get it and name it have it be our date child. He did not seem like he liked the idea, but in the end he was actually on board for it and actually kind of excited for it. So I paid for a Build-A-Bear, and we named it Tiberius. And I love Tiberius. We still have Tiberius. Tiberius is actually with him right now, though, and so are a couple of our other children. So then later on, a little bit, he also had a Piplup, where if you pressed, this one wasn't a Build-A-Bear, but if you pressed its flipper, whatever, it would say, Piplup. I actually have Piplup here. I can probably, yeah. So, we didn't get Piplup. He already had Piplup. But, since, I don't know, at some point, Piplup just became like my adopted stepchild? If that makes any sense? Is that a thing? If someone adopts a kid, and then divorces the person they adopted the kid with and marries someone else, is that person still considered their stepdad? I don't know. Not important questions, I guess. Or maybe it is an important question. Or maybe that's an obvious answer and I'm just stupid. I don't know. I'm a sheltered person. But Pip-Pup's name is Casey. Casey is a beautiful girl. And we also have Toothless. We have a Toothless Build-A-Bear, which I'm pretty sure I still need to give a different name. But I haven't gotten to that yet. And then we have Toothless. He actually got me for my birthday. And then for Christmas, he got me Charmander. And Charmander we've named Cinder, and he's a beautiful boy. I think that's the main four. However, recently I got like what the store considered a blacklight Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. He's like yellow and green, and I named him Esteban. Esteban who I can't say the whole thing, but if any of you have seen like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and you know Esteban's whole name, you can look it up on YouTube. I've seen it, but that's what I named him. But I only call him Esteban, and eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I can say the full name as fast as Esteban did in the show, and that's gonna be a thing. So that kind of takes care of that question, since I kind of answered it. I didn't answer what I would name my children, just because I don't know. Randomization. How tall are you? Oh, so I am a whopping, stunning giant of 5'2". And I remember, like, for the majority of high school, everyone was like, "Oh no, you probably still have like a little growing left. You'll get taller." Nope, 5'2", since like 8th grade, maybe younger. I don't know. I don't know at what point I hit 5'2". That's not a milestone I kept track of. At this point, even though I don't have very much digital art experience, I would say I'm pretty proud of this eyeball, because that's apparently what my hand decided to make. I didn't go into this with any idea at all. I just sat down, opened the program, and started playing with it. And I ended up making an eyeball. A very weird eyeball. But I enjoyed this process, despite the fact it took forever. And you can't see it because the text is too small, but half of my layer names would also probably make other digital artists cringe. And I'm sorry. It's just, I don't have the patience to go and sit through a tutorial. I'd rather fumble around and learn how to do it my own way. And then if I come to a standstill, then I'll look up tutorials. And that's probably not the greatest thing to do, but I feel like it keeps my own personal style on it. So, next question. What is your favorite color? So, I have issues choosing a favorite color because I like multiple colors. I like blue, I like red, I like purple, green. Red, blue, purple, green. And despite some people saying it's not a color, black. Because I wear it enough that I consider it its own color. But I guess that'd be my favorite shade. My favorite shade is just black or vibrant. Pretty much, if I could dress up in entirely black with just bright neon colors, that'd probably be me. But I don't have the money for that kind of stuff. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. What's the next question? PC or Mac? PC. PC, PC, PC. I've heard people throughout my entire life have Macs. Never had one. At all. This is actually the first laptop I've ever owned that was brand new when I got it. At least I think it was brand new. But my first ever laptop was a hand-me-down from my sister's friend, and it wasn't a very good one. I mean, I totally appreciated it, and I did use it for other things, but I couldn't use it for the internet. Eh, one more. Na 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 na. Oh, I already got that one. Na 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 na. What are some of your favorite TV shows? Once Upon a Time, Supernatural. Netflix's Troll Hunters, actually, because it's so absurd that I love it. I absolutely love it. And if you like absurd things, I would watch it. I don't know how to give descriptions on TV shows without giving information away, but just take my word for it. If you like the sound of like Troll Hunters, go for it. Uh, did I say Supernatural? I don't know. I like Supernatural. I started adding bubbles to the eyes because I found these weird brushes, and I was like, hoo hoo hoo, bubbles, and I may have gone a little overboard, but oh well, it's too late to take it back. Well, I guess it's not. I could have just deleted that later. Oh yeah, and I tried to sign my name with the tablet, and it didn't work, so instead I did text box, but I couldn't get the color right. And I don't know if it was my eyes, but the black just it was giving me didn't look black, and I didn't know how to make it blacker. So I just went with it. I gave up, and then I dated it, and I was like, how am I gonna make this look not weird? So I started morphing the text, and the more I morphed the text, I was like, I can't make it fit the shape of the eye. With these 3 different options, you think I'd be able to. It would have helped if I could, like, tilt it, but I couldn't. I think I just saw a different setting that I could have used, and I didn't. Good on me. So, that was all I have for you guys today, and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope this kind of helped you get to know me a little bit better. So, uh, bye, friends.